Yo everyone, welcome back to another video. And as you can see, today I'm gonna be doing something different. Now normally I'd be doing a gaming video, but as I've told you, I'm trying to focus my channel on various stuff because it's creative matic, so I can do various things. So today I thought I'd teach you guys the art of drawing comics. Now, just to prove to you guys that I'm not some random idiot, I have my comic book because my hobby is drawing comics. So this is a series called Lord Doofus. My school friends read it because I just do it for fun, and believe me, it may look simple, but to draw one page you can take up to 15 to 20 minutes according to the attention to detail. Now a page like this one would be fine because like this mostly letters and stuff, but this panel alone took me about 4 minutes, 4 to 5. So to all together, this all that page, all those pages you saw, it's the story isn't even finished yet, took me about 2 hours. I kid you not. And before that I had this small book. This is how I got into comics. This is how I started. So small comics at first, and then I went into the main movie. Of course I have many other books. All of these are filled with comics. So that was just to show you guys that I am not some random idiot trying to teach you guys how to draw comics. So that was just to show you guys that I do know. So for comics you can either use a standard pencil and you need an eraser, but you know, if you're a person like me, now you can see these are the ways I started, so that's why I'm using pencils. So but once you're ready and you know you won't make mistakes, you can move on to pens. So that's why I have a pen here, but I recommend you guys use a pencil. So first of all, we're gonna need to draw the panels. So let me just switch the camera so you guys can see because I'm a right-hander. Now of course you can do this on a paper, like a paper, I mean a book or something, but since I need to show it to you guys, so let's say like let's just draw ourselves a real quick panel here. Okay, that is our panel right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw something basic on here. So there we go. Alright, first divide the panels. What I normally do is I take this space between the ruler, I keep it like that, and then just go on separating, because I normally do these in books and it turns out pretty fine, but you know, I just do this by my hand. In books it works out fine. And then, but you don't do these panels this way because you'll have to decide. But before you even start, you need a good plan on what you're going to do. Make sure to number all your panels because the reader can get confused. You know, 46, 47. The story isn't even over yet. This one has about, you know, and I don't remember. Yeah, these are my plans for the channel. So this one has 178 panels so far. The story isn't even finished yet. So let's say first, so to be honest, I can't draw anything more than stickman, so I'm just gonna draw stickman here. So now you can see this is a basic stickman, but you can give him some more effect by going like draw small circles at the end of his arms and legs. That gives him more effect. And if you want it to be like a really good stickman, you can give him a hairstyle. So let's give him a hairstyle there. Normally I do not give my stick figures a face, but let's give this guy, oops, let's give this guy one, mess that up. So then you can give him a dialogue. So you can, there are many types of dialogue. So let's say this is the person face and then blah blah blah, or you can be like give it a circle, give it a square or whatever, but I don't, because I need the free space. And then just separate the panel. So normally you don't just straight away go into action scenes, just something happens, slowly, you hear a sound, first your character responds like in this book. But let's say you are moving to an action scene. So now you want to draw the figure running. So this is how you draw a running figure. Alright, so this guy is running now. So that's how you draw a running figure. I will give you a preview about 3 or 4 pages of this book so you can get a basic idea, because I'm just showing you how to draw the figures and stuff. And then we can draw like jumping figures. Let's say he's jumping off a building, or like he's being chased and it's an action scene and he's running. Make sure to give it a effect, like draw some lines, like not like that, make it more like look real. Let's say he's jumping from a plane or something, give it that effect that the world around him is blurred and he is indeed jumping and going down fast. And then we can do many things, like in my comics the cars are basically pretty simple because I don't like to spend much time. I go like that, give it 2 wheels and do this. That's the handle. That's my car in comics. So let's say you want to draw a scene where a car is running someone over. Oh yeah, so if you get an extra panel, now let's say this is the corner of the book, this panel isn't enough, you want a bigger panel, just like scribble it, like, or just write something, or just leave it blank, just one cross line, that's something. It's like, that's how you do comics. So moving on, let's say you want to draw someone being so let's say you want to draw this person looking back. So let's say there's some kind of alien ship here, right? There's this alien ship here and it's trying to attack this dude, and this person is trying to run away, but you are always tempted to look back in a situation like this. I don't know whether anyone will ever face a situation like this, but then this is how you draw the figure looking back. So the eyes go up, same thing, it's looking up, and then the hair is the other way. It's like that. And then, so if you want to give your figure like, let's say you want to draw the figure screaming, for example. Alright, so this is how you do the screaming part. So you want to show that the figure is scared and it's screaming. So let's say it's looking up at something, it's scared. The person is scared. So draw these lines. I'm sure you guys know of that. So, and then I'm going to show you another trick. That is how you show that an object has moved from a certain place to another place. So now let's say, okay, there's a person here, right? And so I'm just gonna sketch it, not gonna do it properly. Right, he's holding a gun. That's not how you draw a gun in comics. I'll show you guys how to draw a proper gun and stuff, like, basically simple, but how to make this figure look like he's holding it, how to make it like the figure is holding a cup or anything. Anyway, let's focus on this. So let's say the bullet is fired here, alright? So you want to show that the person here, you don't want to go for another scene. You want to make the next scene is the scene, right? Let's say this is the next scene. The next scene is the scene where the person falls down. You don't want to make another scene where the bullet is here, and then another scene where the bullet is here, right? You want to do it in one go. So do this, and put a puff of smoke there. So this indicates that the object from here moved to here. That's just how it is in comics. Alright, moving on. Now I have to advise you guys, I told you at the beginning, draw, if this is the hand of a figure, draw a circle at the end of it so it looks more neat, But if you want to show a figure holding something, I'd recommend drawing the hand like this. pretty weird, I know, but it's easier than this. Anyway, I'll do it in both ways so you guys can decide which way you want to do it. Alright, so right, there's a person standing here again, and he's just relaxing, drinking something in his cup, right? Yeah, sorry about that. So that's where the hand goes. So you can tell it looks pretty weird, but if you go in this way, you guys can't see because my hand, sorry about that, but there we go. Now if you draw a figure here, right, and draw his hand like this, you can draw his fingers like that. So it looks like he's grasping it, you know, he's holding it. So yeah, that is what I wanted to show you guys. Now I'll get on with it and I'll show you guys my normal comic style. So yeah, so basically this is the story called Lord Doofus. You can see my classmates reviewed those. Anyway, so I've rated this 13 plus for swashbuckling violence and language. That's not real. I just wanted to get a good effect, you know. So Lord Doofus, the comic series. So there we go. This is how it starts. So in a science lab on an alien planet. In this science lab, a master science experiment went horribly wrong. Evacuate, evacuate. Boom, the planet explodes. But one experiment survived the mega explosion and was heading towards Earth, landed in a forest, and that's where the artificially created human landed. That's the crash site. He's landed here. Lord Doofus. Artist orienting, that's me. So, oh yeah, you guys found my surname, I guess. Anyway, so that's how you introduction. This is a good way to introduce. Like, you know, it has any story has to have a dramatic start. More than the start, the ending has to be dramatic. But this is a nice way to start a story. I just wanted to show you guys, and I'll show you the next scene. So Lord Doofus headed to the city. Life begins. So it's gonna be a cutscene here. So if it was to be a movie, this is a cutscene. You know, that 1 year later thing, right? This guy is working at a restaurant. We need to talk, Jeremy. Okay, boss. And they go into the room and take a seat. Okay, I couldn't draw the seats properly, as you guys can see. I'm not good at drawing objects, you know. You know what? Forget the chair. He throws it. You're the boss. Now that's an employee who follows orders because he did what he did. And glitter of the apron as well because things are about to get serious. And then he introduces himself, like reveals himself, his true identity. Authentication facility for Agent B. I know who you are and where you came from, but don't worry, I'm here to help. And you know, this guy's confused and blah blah blah, so on. That's how the story goes. And you know, I'll just give you a quick review. The aliens, like his own kind, comes to the planet and they're invaded, and there's a big boss battle and they have to save the world. He gets sniped, and you know, that sort of thing. So anyway guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.